with Mr. Arden. We have provided this witness's name information. Mr. Arden has not made any indication whether he sought to speak with her. These statements that she made to me are very much more inculpatory rather than exculpatory.
Any business I need to take up before I call for our jurors?
Your Honor, our first witness perhaps needs to be brought out. I'll let the court direct us. She is going to be brought out as opposed to walking in from in the back.
Okay.
So the court has to bring her in after she's called.
How is she dressed?
In the attire provided to her by state.
Okay. Your choice. If you like, we can bring her out right now and have her sit if she's wearing that, or sir.
She's gonna come out as a jumper.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. Before you say anything, Mr. Steele, did you? No, don't go anywhere. Did you offer her to be dressed in civilian clothing?
No.
She just got booked yesterday.
Was that due to because she didn't want to, or is it because of
she didn't want to have her own clothes?
Okay.
Your Honor, no, under the circumstances, we did not. And she is the state's witness, and we do not have a problem with her coming out. There's no problem with that.
I just want to ask now, Mr. Steele, I'm sorry.
That her face is not fit.
And why is
What?
that? Has she been threatened, or is that to prevent her from receiving additional threats? Because I assume that she's in custody. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. All right, Mr. Steele. Now, responsive to Mr. Steele's inquiry.
Okay. Your Honor, the witness has indicated from the beginning that she did not want to testify. When I met with her late last year with Chief Investigator Randolph with our office, we spoke, and she emphatically indicated she did not want to be involved. We told her that we had to, this is what we have to do. She indicated that Mr. Anderson, who is her child's father, was the way that she said initially, she started off with, I blocked everything out from then. I blocked everything out. And I said, okay, let me just start off with the fact that, I'm sorry that all of this has happened. And then she said, I've been in a bad place. I went to prison. I learned my mother was sick, terminally ill while I was in prison. The year after I was released from prison, my mother died the day after my birthday. And there have been times when I didn't want to go on, but I have these 3 boys, so I have to go on. We talked about herself, her family. She indicated that when I spoke with her and said, let me just say, I asked her whether anyone ever contacted her after following the 2013 robbery by the defendant Williams and Mr. Murphy. She said no one had ever spoken with her, that we were the first ones that spoke with her about that. I said to her, well, I suppose, and I was remembering differently than what the report read. I said, I suppose that's because the officer said that they called you and apologized and gave you your stuff back. She said, what officer said that? When did they give my stuff back? I said, this is what I think I remember from the report. We had it seemed amicable kind of interaction. She agreed to meet with us again as time went on, if we needed to, when we needed to. Later, as it was closer to the time that she needed to appear in court, she came here for court. Earlier this year, I went outside to talk with her again. I had reached out to her by various means between that time and the time I first met with her. When I sat down to talk with her, she said, I want to take my life, essentially. And I asked her, what had happened. Why? She said, you're making me feel that way. And so I left. I walked away from her and called in an advocate. An advocate and our lieutenants, our investigators were called. They then called an ambulance. She indicated that she did not need an ambulance. After meeting her the next time, most recently, we were trying to reach her to appear on March the 26th. We reached out to her several times. She did not appear on March the 26th. One of our lieutenants reached out and said, we don't want to have to get a material witness warrant for you, but, you have to answer our calls. We then came to, we secured a material witness warrant. In the meantime, after that had been secured, she texted our office and said that she was in the hospital, but we had eyes on her home. Her car didn't leave the driveway, so officers went into her home, and executed a material witness warrant for her arrest on yesterday. She was taken into custody yesterday. She was not happy, and as a result of that, I also wanted to bring to the court's attention as far as what she will say when she comes in here. There's no privilege to be invoked, so I know she does not want to be in jail. She has made, I'll call them savory comments as to what can be done to her. She she's not a fan of our office. And that's where we are. Additionally, Your Honor, as a result of all of those facts, I wanted to just point out, I don't know if she's going to be cooperative. I don't know if she's going to be hostile, but I've printed out for the court's consideration topics for counsel of questions. I may have to ask her questions